let's go to our ladybug and see what we have today. Okay, so I'm going to start with our daily packet. Excuse me. Okay, so our daily packet, so I'm on Unit 1, Week 3, Day 4. So we're on Day 4. So we have our spelling words here, so I'll make that long A sound. Day, rain, mail, play, paint, stay, break, great, chain, save. So our job here with the boxes is to see where the words fit the best. So we're taking a look at the long, tall letters, the ones that kind of droop down, how many letters are in each word, and figuring out where they belong. So here for day, I'm looking for one that starts off with a tall box and maybe ends with one that droops down with 3 letters. So probably not that one. I see this one here as a tall, skinny, and one that droops down, day. Rain should be 4 littles with nothing. Oh, actually, it'll have one long, skinny, not too long, but a little taller for rain for the letter I. So that'll actually be here next to day. The rain goes there. Mail, so it'll have 2 skinnies right next to each other with one being a little taller. And then the M is always a little bit wider. So we have mail right here. Play will droop down, tall letter, and then a droop down. So maybe here, P-L-A-Y. Paint, so we need one that droops down. It also has that long, skinny for I. So maybe here, and then the tall for the T, paint. Needs stay, so 4 letters. The second one is tall, the last one droops down. So maybe this one here, stay. Break, so tall, all regular, and then tall. So maybe here, tall, break, and then tall again. Great, so we want to droop down and then tall at the end. So maybe here, this one droops down and then tall at the end for the T. And here we have chain, so I have just 2 boxes left. So I'm going to go here, tall, chain. And the last one we have is say, S-A-Y, the Y that droops down. We're going to go here, write a sentence using 1 or more spelling words. I'm going to challenge myself and try to use at least 2. Maybe you can do more. So let's see, we have mail, maybe I will stay inside because I have to kind of go into my next line here of the rain. I will stay, so that's our spelling word, inside because of the rain, other spelling word. And you can make up your own with any of these words from our sentences. Okay, our math section here, I'm going to look to see where I can make 10s or where I could add my big numbers first. I'm going to get started here. I have 5, 7, 2, can't make a 10 there, so I'm going to make 12. And then add 2 more, which was our math lesson yesterday. Add 2 more. 12 plus 2 more is 14. 5 plus 6, I'll go 11. Plus 7 more is 18. I can make a 10 here. 6 and 4 makes 10. 10 plus 3 is 13. 5 and 8 is 13. Add 3 more, 16. I can make a 10 here. 10 plus 7, 17. And then I can't make a 10 here, but I can go 9 plus 8, near doubles. 8 plus 8 is 16. 1 more, 17. Or I can go 9 plus 1 is 10. Take 1 away from the 8. 10 plus 7 is 17. Whatever way works for you. And that brings us to our tally chart. So I'm going to start off with the saw. So I'm going to count. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And just a reminder, we're going to do for each 5, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 down, 1 to the side. So I have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Another one to the side there. Next tool, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have 5. So I'm just going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 to the side for 5. Next we have hammer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hammers. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more is 6. How many tools are there all together? I'm going to count all my 5s, count by 5, and then just add my one little extra one. 5, 10, 15, 20. Add one more, 21. How many fewer hammers are there than saws? So they have the same 5 here, but if I go 5, take away 1 is 4. There's 4 extras of these, and there are of these. So I'm going to say there's 4, or I could go, 10 take away 6 would give me 4. So same way, same answer, different way actually. So 4 more saws than there are hammers. So that's our daily packet, day 4. Day 4. I'm going to cross that off our list here. Our activity for today is reading the leveled reader, Who Makes the Rules. So you have the little book. It was inside of your pamphlet. So this little book is also assigned in Benchmark online. So if you go to Clever Benchmark Assignments, this little book is assigned to you where you can push play and it will actually read it to you if you want to hear it that way. Your job is to answer the comprehension questions that are in Seesaw. So I'm going to show you how to get there. As a reminder here. So I'm going to go into Seesaw. Let me make this bigger. So I'm going to, journal is where you first come in. If you click on activities, which is the little light bulb, click on activities, you're going to see only this assignment here. Okay, some of you might have the others also assigned. If you were still not finished, I deleted them all, but I reassigned those of you that maybe were still missing those questions. So this week's though is Who Makes the Rules comprehension questions. So remember, don't click the green, just add. You need to add response. That way it responds to the assignment, not just on a little feed in the journal. So if you add response, I'm going to be sample student, it will bring up the questions. So you're going to answer these 2 questions. The first one is, what is the meaning of the word safe in this book? So you want to read that word in the book and see how it's used. And number 2, where do people have meetings to make laws, to make rules or laws? So you'll answer that question from the book as well. Both of these have, they're asking for page of text evidence. So you'll want to answer, and if I'm just making them stop, if I found my answer on page 8, I would say safe means A, B, C, D, E, F, G, page 8. So whatever page they use safe in the book in is probably your answer because you use your context clues, the words around safe, figure out what the word means. So that will be your page number of text evidence. So you want to prove where you got the information from. You're not just making it up. Same with this one. Meetings are held blank, wherever they're being held. You need to write down where you saw that they're being held wherever it is that you answered. And you can answer in 2 ways. You can either select the T to type, or you can go in and in your journal, write out the answers and take a picture. You just select the picture, the little camera, and it can take a picture of your work. Either way, you need to answer both questions, including the page number for text evidence, which is something I noticed quite a few of us forgot from the last one of Alice's trial. So don't forget that page number. When you're finished, you'll want to just select the little green check mark, which will take you back to the home page, and it'll say you've submitted your response. Okay, so that is our Seesaw benchmark level reader activity, answering the question from the little book, who makes the rules? So that is in Seesaw activities. The next piece is for benchmark, finishing our story today, getting a message to General Washington. And today, the annotations we're making in our booklet are, what are the key details that allowed Tom to fool the British soldiers? So as we're reading or rereading this story, we're going to key in to the key details that allowed Tom to fool the British soldiers. So that's what we're going to focus on. So I'm going to go here in our booklet to page, so we read page 30 and 30 all the way through 33 yesterday, and we answered the question that Ben is worried because the war's not going well. It looks like there's some tricking going on. Okay, so we're going to finish the story. Franklin looked at the eager boy. The whole war was at stake. Here, he said, handing Tom the note. Take this message to Washington. It is in a secret code. Off Tom went, his feet sinking into the deep snow. Even with a heavy coat, he was shivering, but he tramped on. About 4 miles into his trip, Tom spotted a band, like a group of British soldiers. He jumped to the side of the road to avoid them. It was too late. Who are you? Demanded a soldier. Tom shook with fear. Maybe he's a spy, said another soldier. Search him. The soldiers went through Tom's pockets. Ah, said one, a paper. The British had found Franklin's secret message to Washington. Bread? Cheese? Jam? What's this? Asked the soldier, puzzled. It's just a list of food I need to get, answered Tom. What is it for? Snapped the officer. Tom had to think fast. The list is for Christmas. My family is having a party. Bread, cheese, jam, not much of a party, laughed the officer. Go on your way. Tom had fooled them. Only someone who knew the code could figure out that the words on the paper were about boats. Tom quickly went on his way. 3 hours later, he arrived at Washington's camp. General Washington, said Tom, I have an urgent letter from Mr. Franklin. Tom handed the general the paper. Washington unfolded it and read. With the code in mind, he understood the message. Slowly, a smile crossed Washington's face. The boats will be here by 6 a.m. on Christmas. Good work, young man, said Washington, rustling Tom's hair. You are a patriot. Tom grinned. My men and I will be able to make our sneak attack on the British. Son, I think that the direction of the war is about to change. That's the end of the story. So our annotation for today's homework, again, is what are the key details that allowed Tom to fool the British soldiers? So the key details, so it's just saying, how is it that he fooled them? Well, the way that he fooled them is because there was a message to Washington, but it was a secret message. So I'm on page 35. I'm going to underline Franklin's secret message to Washington. I underlined that sentence. On 35, Franklin's secret message to Washington. I keep going here. And then this sentence here too. Only someone who knew the code could figure out that the words on the paper were about boats. So those are the two, I think, key details that tell us, how he fooled them. He was able to fool them because they knew the code. They knew what that meant. When Washington read it, he understood the message and said, oh, the boats will be here at 6 a.m. on Christmas. That meant something to him, those words. Okay, so I'm going to cross off our annotation section here. So now we've done these two, language arts and benchmark. Today is lesson 2 for math. And just a reminder that today you should be going in and doing your quick check online. So this week you should have quick checks 2-1 and 2-2 completed, and they are assigned in PowerSchool and Vision Math. And I'll show you once we're finished with our lesson today. So here is our math lesson. So today's lesson is 2-2 doubles. And I'm going to go just to the inside piece, since you've already done the front and guided on your own there, or during the live part. So complete the double. So doubles, again, are two numbers that are the same, that are being added together. So if I want to make a double, so I'm going to go 5 plus 5, and then I should know, hopefully really quick, the answer. Our doubles, most of us have them memorized pretty well. 5 plus 5 is 10. 4 plus 4 is 8. 9 plus 9 is 18. 2 plus 2 is 4. 3 plus 3 is 6. 7 plus 7 is 14. 6 plus 6 is 12. 10 plus 10 is 20. Now the bottom here is algebra, and it looks really funny with these shapes and just like a random number here. But they're saying a triangle plus a triangle gives us a rectangle, or a square, sorry. If this square is 12, so if the answer is 12, what two numbers being doubles added together would make this true? This number plus this number would give us 12. So the doubles I know, where two numbers are the same, that equal 12 would be 6. That means that the triangles mean a 6. 6 plus 6 is 12. So same thing here. If the circles are 9, they mean a 9. 9 plus 9 gives us, what is the yellow shape? 18. So the yellow is 18. And turn to the back side. Jeff bought 9 oranges. Joe bought the same number of oranges. How many did they buy in all? 9 plus 9 is 18. Alex picked 2 bunches of flowers. I'm going to make my 2 little stems. Each bunch had 5 flowers in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, and then I'll put on my stems there. Oops, sorry if that looks a little confusing. There's 5 flowers there. 5 plus, and then this one will also have 5 flowers. 3, 4, and 5. So 5 plus 5 will be our sentence, and it looks like it doesn't need our answer, but 5 plus 5 does give us 10 altogether. And the last one is where you get to be creative and come up with your own. This one says, write a riddle about a doubles fact. Maybe both addends are the same. So that's true of all doubles. Both addends are the same. The answer, let me use my fancy word. The sum is, I'll say 8. The sum is 8. What are the addends? So if I have both addends are the same, so both the numbers being added are the same number, and the sum is 8, what are the addends? So what plus what gives me 8. That's my riddle. 4. 4 plus 4 gives me 8. Yeah. So that is lesson 2 of math. And I'm going to share with you just really quick how to get into your quick checks just in case, because it'll be the first time this week. Oh, not that one. Here we go. You're going to go to, you're going to log into PowerSchool. Once you click on PowerSchool, you're going to click on Envision Math. You're going to click on Classes and Homeroom, and this will be in your assignment. So you're going to do your digital quick checks. When you do them, you'll have 5 questions, and these 5 questions you can use a whiteboard, you can use a scrap piece of paper to help you solve. Make sure you submit it so that it doesn't show as in progress on my end. So make sure you submit it and you get some kind of, yes, you've submitted it, congratulations, something like that. The very last thing is practicing your Español. So you get to choose any way you'd like. So you can go into our virtual classroom in Seesaw, our Spanish link. In there we have our videos, we have songs, we have games. You can practice using your packet. Use your 3x5 cards, make little flashcards and practice them. Do them on the whiteboard, inside of your yellow folder. So any way that works best for you, practice that Spanish. And with that, you are checked off from your homework for today, Thursday, September 10th. See you tomorrow.